I found the washer. Yeah, thank you.
We found another washer.
And we found another washer. We don't even know where that goes. But this tank is loose, but it feels like it's like stuck on something here. So I almost feel like we gotta move this vent out of it. This vent. You made it! It's inside of our garage, of course. We got Dr. Torque over there on the camera himself. That was a good spin. Here's what we're doing today. We have the Polaris 2006 version. This goes from models from 2002 to 2007. It did not come with power steering. I would really like power steering, but here's the problem.
What?
Nobody makes a kit. What's that?
Nothing.
Nobody makes a kit for it. It's really too bad because this is a nice machine. So I don't want to buy a new one. I don't want to spend like 12, 13 grand on a new one. I want to power steering on this. But nobody makes it. There is a company though, it's SuperATV.com. They make a sweet kit. I mean, a really nice power steering kit, but it's for the 2007 and up. So the question today, 2008 and up? Oh, 2008 and up, thank you. The question is, can we take that kit and can we make it work on this machine, on this version? I don't know the answer, but guess what? Our friends at SuperATV.com sent us a kit. They hooked us up. This is it. So we're gonna open this baby up. Hey, Chad. Hey, Raptor Dog. How you doing, Chad?
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. Instructions and everything. So this kit I really like because they design it themselves. It's all waterproof. You don't have to do any soldering with the plugs. I mean, it's a really sweet kit. So what we're hoping though, is that we can find a way not only to make it fit, but show everybody how to do it, and it's not going to be super complicated. But we don't know, the problem could be that there's not enough room in the frame. We think possibly there might not be enough room in the gas tank area. We don't know for sure, but we're gonna put it together. But I got something cool for you. See this shirt right here? This is built for battle. This is one of their shirts, SuperATV.com. And you know what? They're gonna hook you guys up too. Here's what we're gonna do. Once we get to 100 comments, we're gonna do a drawing. And you're gonna get a free one of these, and not only that, we'll check out the back too, huh? You get one of these sweet hats too. They got all kind of style, all kind of color. I picked these out because I really like this one. I think it's a cool, and they're so cushy. They're so cushy and soft inside. Tom's smirking, but they really are. So help us get to 100 comments, and we're gonna get a drawing. You can pick out your own. We'll put up a picture of all the cool colors and styles they got. All right, I'm taking over the camera. Dr. Torque, we had some comments from people that not only enjoy your personality, but they sort of feel like you're the brains behind this operation. I'm not sure if I agree with that entirely, but we are glad to have him to help. It sounds pretty accurate. It's probably fairly accurate, but that's okay. So, what do you think our strategy should be for this kit here, Bill? Because,
well, we got instructions,
which is kind of sweet. A lot of things don't come with.
Are for a different model, but you know it's probably similar. So, you know, follow the instructions, sort of, and then start grinding on stuff.
We do have a variety of tools and things that we have brought just for this purpose, which is kind of sweet. So I guess we'll just start breaking into this stuff, and we'll talk as we go, because we really do want you to be able to duplicate this process when we're done with hopefully some success. Okay, let's get to work. Step 2 is taking off the, what do we call this? The light shroud?
It's a headlight pod is what they refer to.
Headlight pod.
Instructions.
3 screws. One on this side, one on this side, one straight in the back. As soon as you take those out, this pops right off. And you got all these wires. Let's get to unplugging if we feel comfortable with this. Step complete.
We're 2 steps into 300 steps.
I know.
And action!
And action! Okay, so the next part is taking the headlights out. The nice thing about these headlights is everything's in clips. So this, by the way, is your adjuster, which has got a little dial on the outside in case you never noticed that. But we're just gonna pop these out, hopefully, very easy. And then we doesn't even have to mess with our alignment. Yeah, that is the concern on plastic that's been sitting and, but this plastic's, oh, it's got little rubber bands on it.
Look at that.
I'm not really sure why. I guess they're worried about it, like coming out or something. I didn't
Yeah,
see.
to keep it from popping out of there as you're hitting bumps out in the woods.
Well, that's cool.
And be a little bit of a shock absorber, I'm sure.
Okay, so that's out. That was not bad.
That was actually really simple.
Yeah. Okay, this is sort of part of the same previous step. You gotta remove this in order to get to these 2 screws right here. And then when you take these out, you can take this whole bottom part of the shroud out. And then you can, because this has to change. This, what would we call that? The steering column?
Steering
Shaft, something?
I guess you'd call it column, you know, if we're comparing it to car stuff.
Yeah, why not? We compare lots of stuff to car stuff.
You can probably take this core
You know what?
power connection off,
Yeah.
and then you can move the headlight somewhere safe.
That is an excellent step. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why we have Dr. Torque here.
The brains of the outdoors.
And then there's 2 more clips. Holy cow, they really don't want you to lose your headlight. Sheesh, I don't want to lose that, so I'm gonna put that back on. And you know what? I didn't need to take those off. I don't know what that's about. I don't know why there's 2 clips on this and then 2 clips here. But those are the 2 clips you need. So there you go. That's why we do this. Our mistake and figuring this out makes
It's like
it
some sort of conversion adapter for different types of bulbs.
Maybe, perhaps. I don't know if this is actually the easier way, but since I can't see, for us, I think it is. Okay. That clip was like, I couldn't get to it with the screwdriver. So I think it's easier, even now that we're done, to just take the bolt off. Nuts. Oh, is that what you're talking about? I sometimes forget the difference between a nut and a bolt. Yeah, here I know what it is, but coming out my mouth, it's somehow not right.
They're all bolts.
They're all bolt. Everything is a bolt, okay? Okay, it's a bolt.
It's a bolt, and that's a bolt. And
Everything
that's
is a bolt.
This might be a bolt, I'm not sure.
Oh, it's probably a bolt. If you're not sure, it's a bolt.
Some people call it a hand grip, but
Nope, it's a
Jake
bolt. Okay, wow, that was a lot of
That's lots of connections.
Yeah. That step's done. Now we take off the side plates, right?
Yes, side plates are the next step, according to the instructions.
Side plates, this one's busted, but there's a plug here, and then they just sort of wedge in. See the wedge here and the wedge there? So they just
kind of cram up
yeah,
behind
they just
there.
kind of cram up in here and then snap in so it can't pop out. But mine's broke. Somebody broke it for me. That's what I'm sure happened on somebody else's sides. They're pulling and twisting on these, but it's only one that pops out right there, and then it just pivots down. So I was pivot. And that's the easiest way to put it back into is to pivot up, and that's it. Oh,
What's
and we
that
put
shiny stuff, Jake?
yeah, that's the other thing we did on this one. So I usually ride this with jeans and Renee, my wife, and Renee, she has shorts in summer a lot of times, and it was burning her leg. We started looking at this and realizing that there's a heat shield here. I'm gonna come on this side.
The exhaust runs down that side of the Mobile.
Yeah, thank you for the better description. So it runs down this side, and this is the only shield that they had. There's one here and a teeny tiny one here, but this one isn't even a shield. It's for this. So this bar here for shifting, shift link maybe, doesn't rub on the exhaust. So we wrapped it. We took this off and that off and the exhaust off entirely, and we wrapped this with some header tape or header wrap all the way through here. And then I was like, why don't we put some reflective material on here since we were doing this on your quad. So if you want to see that, the CF Moto, what is your size is yours?
The 800 trail.
800 trail.
Z-Force 800 trail.
Yeah, we went through, because it has a real issue with cabin temperatures getting hot. So we went through and fixed that on that one. But while we were doing it, we also took care of this, and it's a huge difference. If you don't like heat, or like back here, my wife's leg, it comes down right here, and it's wide open, and there's no shield here. So it totally fixed that. It was a huge fix. So good call, Mr. Tom, Mr. Dr. Torque, on pointing that out. Awesome fix. This plus the tape. Okay. Okay, so we think you got 4 bolts on the inside, 4 screws on the front side, 4 more, 2 on each side on the bottom to go through the fender. And now we think this might come off. Yes! Pivot? Oh, it does. So check it out. This is just pressure clipped in, and it's got a little, like, pivot bracket down there, and that's it.
Hey, he even yanked from the right spot.
I even yanked from the right spot.
Where'd you get that fancy?
Yeah,
Jake?
this was a gift from Dr. Torque. Pretty sweet, huh? See this baby? Woo. And you can use one corner in the slot to pop up into the screwdriver, and then you just press, pull up, then go into the whole thing and pull up. See? Piece of cake. Yeah, so first you pop up this side, if I can get it, all the way up. Well, actually not all the way out.
Or all the way out.
Or all the way out. And then this one comes out, and then you can put it back in. That was almost super perfect. So, but that's a good tip. Don't go too far with it, because then you can't get it back in.
Don't go too far with that tip.
There we go. Don't go too far. That's it. Oh my gosh! This one's a little bit
Gummy.
There we go. Easy does it though. Sweet. There's one. I'll give this to you, sir. Oh, that one's way easier. So this is what we were trying to show you on the first one. See how easy that was? That's what they're supposed to do.
in the way for half.
Oh, was it? Biscuits. We'll have to go try the other one. That feels loose.
There's a bolt right here.
Okay. That's a long
Oh,
bolt.
no, that's long.
Yeah, why does it need to be that long?
Well, it's going into plastic, isn't it? Or does it go to metal?
It's going to a metal
Oh, okay.
clip on either side. One of those ones that sort of pinches it. That's really long, Polaris.
What's a present for you?
Yeah, those will go in there. Okay,
I thought they were going in the box over there. You're going to have to take your gas cap off. I hear rocks falling out.
That's a good sign. As long as they don't fall in my gas tank. Now,
Hey, get that cap
yeah,
back on.
put the cap back on as soon as you can. You heard the dirt and the dust, and so I'd rather not have that fill up.
We might not have had to take it. Oh yeah, we had to take it off.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
this we do.
Yeah, there's a hole there. I was looking at the wrong spot.
Okay.
So you just have to carefully slide it backwards while lifting a little bit. You don't want to break it because it can. Oh!
Or
Are you a transformer?
a transformer.
You look like a Decepticon.
Now it's stuck on my head. Okay. Okay, so the next step is to get this block off and this mounting pod.
Knock your block off?
Knock the block off. We hope we don't have any blocks getting knocked off. We don't have a 11 deep, by the way, that's what this is, an 11. It's weird, they broke rank, instead of a 10 in with 11. But it's just enough that it won't quite clip in. Okay, next step, now we got that off and my accidental. Oh, and you know what's cool? You know what else is cool? That is the one I busted and the new one's down below it. So we won't have this problem next time where I mount things together. But this is the steering bracket, is that what we call this?
Bushing.
Bushing. Of course it's a bushing. So let's get this off. Okay, got the snuffles now. I think it's because all this dust is from summer. Whoa, okay. Well, so when you take this off, those are complete, but I thought it was just split on one side. It's not, it's split all the way. That's how that goes together. So those come out. So be aware, that could fall. Action. Okay, we had to take a quick allergy break there and get some allergy medicine. I have really bad allergies. And I think what happened is, even though it's middle of winter, there's a lot of summer dust on this baby, and holy cow. So
Summer dust.
So that's done now. And so then we're gonna get back to work. This next step is removing the gas tank, which means don't forget to unplug this, which that was way harder than it looked because I did that already. But don't break the nipple. Then this comes off here, just a little cushion, keep it from rattling. And then we're gonna take this off just because I think it'll make it easier. The instructions say just take off the gas tank, but I think this will make life simpler. Oh, that's very easy. We'll put that back on our workbench. And then we got to take out, you look at all of this fancy. We know we got to take out this bolt and this bolt, which is obviously 10 millimeter.
Obviously.
This whole bracket comes off. Taking out those brackets, as you saw.
He found his washer.
I found the washer. Yeah, thank you.
We found another washer.
And we found another washer. We don't even know where that goes. But this tank is loose, but it feels like it's like stuck on something here. So I almost feel like we got to move this vent out of it. This vent goes down. And is that crankcase? Is that where you'd say that goes into? Something? I don't know. Anyway, to move this out, we've got to take a few of these off. Here, you start getting better at taking these out.
Now you're gonna have to get on those hose clamps.
You think that's gonna have to happen?
Yeah, you can get onto them with a ratchet though. Get a 1/4-inch ratchet, 1/4-inch socket on a 1/4-inch ratchet.
One that isn't even on it, or is there two that are on? They're probably not.
There's probably.
So you know what? Okay, we need to take this off. We're gonna have to unfortunately take the.
Yeah, I told you that a little while ago.
You did say that. I was hoping to not. If you watched our other videos like the Raptor turn signal mod, which we successfully completed without taking the mirror apart, you'll know that Uncle Jake likes to complete things. If you don't have to take it apart, don't take it apart.
Should we talk about the Raptor lift or the leveling of the Raptor?
So that's another reference you'll probably hear us talk about. is the pinnacle, the benchmark, if you will, of difficulty. So if we ever reference like that is as hard as Raptor shocks, that's what we're talking about. Check out the video where we leveled the Raptor for free, sort of.
Free.
All right, so this is off. I do not want to do that. I don't want to get. Okay, well, we are gonna fix the crap out of this before we even
fix the crap out of
it. Fix the crap out of it. Short of Hades heck thing is this. Violent language in there. No, we're gonna flip that around so we can get to it from the top because we don't want to deal with that ever again. Okay, this was tough. This fuel line doesn't have enough room for that hose to pop off. So what we end up doing is pivoting this gas tank, like turning it up and over. So you got to tilt the back up and you got to pivot it over. And there's just enough room to pop that off. And now we think maybe it'll come out. Is there anything? It feels like something's hooked on it. Nope.
It was just rubbing on the steering shaft.
Okay, and it's a fuel. It's full.
Of course it is.
Look at this. Now you got access to all this cool stuff, like a
Look
battery.
At battery.
Yeah, that's
Down
the next
here.
thing we need to do is take those two
bolts out.
those two nuts off.
Nuts, bolts. You know what we're talking about. Probably.
Here's your instructional video.
Yeah.
Every time he says bolt, he probably means nut.
He probably means nuts. Okay, so this is a little weird, but I think what we got to do is take these two bolts out, and then you get access to nuts. Well, nuts to get the bolts, right? So there's two here, and then there's three of these bolts and nuts down below here to get this out. So we got to take this out first. Okay, now the second one.
Oh, you just turned the wheels.
Did I?
Mm-hmm.
No. Oh, right, they're gonna get. That scuffed my beard. That was really, really close. Let's not do that again.
Okay, you're probably going to need to get on this side.
So remember how we were worried at the beginning about keeping the tires straight? I don't think it really matters at this point. Okay, so.
It appears to be misaligned.
Yeah, that's toe, dude.
Oh, toe adjustment?
Toe
Nice.
adjustment, right? I think about right there is good.
Got a little toe in.
Slight toe in. Okay, so this is loose.
Nope.
Okay, I think we're at so far the hardest part, which is getting those brackets that you saw. What do we call these? I mean, what do we even refer to these? But you can see there's a bolt here. After you take off the, I'm forgetting all the names now. The
Tie rod ends.
thank you. After you take out the tie rod ends, now you have a bolt here with the nut on it, and then another one here. The hard part is getting to these. It's really, really hard. So I've tried going in, like, if you want to give your camera out here, outside.
No, I can see.
Okay,
I can see you from up
if
here.
I go outside this bracket, you got nowhere to turn. Literally, not even one click. If you go under this little cutout here, which is probably why it's there, you don't have any room for. You got one click with this size ratchet, so that breaks it loose. Then we're switching to this one. Oh, and by the way, it's a 1/2 inch. Why is this a 1/2 inch and everything else seems to be metric? I cannot tell you, but it took.
They hate you.
They do. They wanted to mess with you on the hardest part. So this is a 1/2 inch. They will save you a ton of time. And this one, although it might not seem like a big deal, if you rock it, see how I rock it up and down this opening right here? It gives me probably twice the amount of turn that the other one does. So that's going to take a ton of time, and we won't make you watch that. But that's what you got to do. And then we'll figure out the other side. So we'll be back in like 27 minutes. Now this just pulls out, right? It just pulls out, right? Yes. Don't touch the battery terminal. Oh my gosh.
So another. We might be to the point where we actually are done taking it apart.
Yeah, and so now is the part where we figure out what doesn't fit. Like we don't know. It's just not. It doesn't fit this model. That's all we know. We've seen stuff again where it's the gas tank. We've seen stuff where it's actually the frame and some pretty substantial modifications need to take place. So we don't know. So we'll figure that out, and then we'll get right back to you. Cut. All right, look, we got a call. It is getting late. You can check this out. Dr. Torque, aka the director, he's left his chair here. He's gone on home. We got the ATV all stacked up with parts. We got parts all over the place. But you know what's great? The disassembly is complete, which is awesome because that means that tomorrow we can start with the assembly and also the figuring out what doesn't fit. Because I'm sure that's going to happen, but we are going to figure this out. We are absolutely going to find a way. I am confident. Don't forget to put a comment down because between these, I think probably 3 videos is what's going to take to get this done. We're going to take the comments once we get to 100 between the 3 right here. And you're going to get to win one of these awesome hoodies and one of these sweet hats from SuperATV.com that also hooked us up with the power steering kit that we are going to figure out, and we're going to do it right too, because that's how we do it here, is we make sure it's done right. So thanks for hanging out in my awesome garage. And you want to know why it's awesome? Well, because it's mine, which is awesome to have a garage, but it's not outside in the cold. And that's really cool because we don't have a big shop. So thanks for hanging out. I super love you. Do you see this little nail here? Look how black that is getting already. That just happened today. And every time I see it out of the corner of my eyes, that's a little sore, a little tender. It makes me feel like I had a painted fingernail. It's very weird. Also, since it's this one, I had to be careful how I show people. I'm like, here, look at this. I slit my fingernail. But look, thanks for hanging out. Come on back. Don't forget, if you want to check out another awesome video, go see the work we did on Dr. Torque side-by-side, the ATF motor with the high cabin temperatures. We'll put a link up to that video. Maybe it's like here. I don't know, somewhere. But we're going to get back to work on this tomorrow. You know how we're going to take you out because we love you. It's with the fist bump of friendship. Whoop-ow!
Hi, Jet. Uh-oh, it's broken. Oh, crap.
Oh, if you think there's something super interesting on there,